Glad you're streaming with us. Oh, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this conversation. Speaker Mike Johnson and Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene meeting for 90 minutes today. You know, Greene continues to make that threat that she wants to oust Johnson from his speakership.
And one vote can do it, and the House can make that proposal. At today's meeting, Congresswoman Greene, issued her list of demands that Speaker of the House Johnson must meet her demands in order to vote on her motion to vacate. That is what they call this effort to oust the Speaker.
These are not unreasonable requests. These are the right things to do. These are the right things to do for our conference. And our Republican Speaker, who ran through the Democrat agenda, should be able to get it done.
Jay O'Brien's on Capitol Hill following all the latest developments, as he does. So, Jay, Speaker Mike Johnson, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, they had their second meeting today. Tell us about what's going on there.
Well, they met yesterday for about 2 hours. Today they met for 90 minutes, and they're no closer to any kind of agreement, although Congresswoman Greene said the meeting was productive. But she also looks no closer, guys, to calling for an actual vote on whether or not Mike Johnson should be ousted as Speaker. She promised to call a vote this week, but now they're in these ongoing talks, which frankly weren't expected to really come about this week. And now it's unclear if there's ever going to be a vote on Johnson's future.
So Greene has issued her list of demands for Johnson. What are they? And is he even listening to her?
Well, she's got 4 demands. One is to return to something called the Hastert rule, which means a majority of the majority has to support every piece of legislation. A majority of Republicans. She also wants no more funding for Ukraine to come out of this Congress. She wants severe spending cuts when government funding expires in September. And she wants to defund the special counsel Jack Smith that's prosecuting former President Trump. So those demands, though, guys, they are somewhat new. She only released that list of demands publicly today, and she's been working for months, she says, to try to oust Mike Johnson. I think it's important to remember the timeline. Forgive me, bear with me, because it is long, but it's important. She started this effort in late March of this year after Johnson partnered with Democrats to pass government funding. She files this motion to vacate Johnson, but she doesn't call for a vote to oust him. She instead holds that possibility of a vote over his head. And then FISA comes up, that Foreign Warrantless Surveillance Act. It comes up for reauthorization. Greene opposes that. Reauthorizing that passes. But Greene still doesn't call a vote to oust Johnson. She still holds that vote over his head. Then Ukraine aid passes. Greene opposes that, but she still doesn't call a vote. Instead, she says she's going to let the House go out on vacation, and when everybody comes back, she might call a vote then. Then they all come back, and she still doesn't call a vote. She then holds a press conference. This is last week, in which she said she's going to call a vote this week on Johnson's future, and she still looks no closer, guys, to calling that vote this week.
Yeah, it sounds like the Congresswoman cried wolf a little bit. And it's one thing to play whack-a-speaker when it's not an election year, like she in the other. But this is an election year. ABC News can confirm that Donald Trump does not want her to do this and has been in contact with her. So that may be the reason for putting on the brakes there. Jay O'Brien, thank you for that crystal clear description, as always.
Thanks for streaming with us. I'm Kira Phillips.
And I'm Terry Moran. The news never stops. We'll be right back.